So the butter is nearly melted, as you can see. So whenever it's completely melted, I turn off the heat and I will add the flour and the water. So it's completely melted, so I'm turning off the heat, and quickly I will add the flour. I'm going to stir it quickly in the pan with the heat off. As you can see, it's coming apart, it's coming together. It's very dry. So I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of water straight from the tap. 1, 2, 3. And I'm mixing together until it forms a ball. The pan's still very hot. And I'm going to use my fingers to get all the pastry. And as you can see, it's nearly into a ball consistency. And I'm going to drop it straight onto the dish. So it's all come together, you can see here, and I'm dropping it straight onto my dish. Okay, so little bits, but doesn't matter, and I'm spreading it now with my fingers until it covers the whole dish. Now the pastry's still warm, but that's okay. But you can work it. So slowly but gently, I'm spreading it with my fingers until it covers the edges. Be careful not to break it in the middle. Just take your time. And as you can see, it's starting to come to the edge here. Okay. And you're trying to have an even layer, so it's the same width, the same everywhere. And most importantly, you want to make sure it doesn't break in the middle. So what I'm doing now is with my fingers, I am making it come up to the sides. So when I put the filling in, it doesn't escape. This is my mother's recipe. My mother's French, and she's always made a pastry like this here. The advantage of it, it's very quick, as you can see. It's done in 5 minutes. And the butter can come straight from the fridge because you're melting it, so it doesn't need to be at room temperature. And on top of it, it's delicious. It is very French with the flavour of the butter. Mars from Normandy. And in Normandy, they love butter. That's where a lot of butter is produced in France. Normandy is famous for its cheese, camembert as well, which is made from milk, obviously. So I'm making it come up, as you can see there. I'm making it come up almost to the top, almost, but 2/3 up. So that when the filling for the quiche goes in, it will not escape on the side. And it would look nice too. So take your time and do it properly. Make sure there's no holes in it. In the middle, you don't want to create any holes in the middle or on the sides. And use your 2 fingers. Your 2 hands even, sorry. Nearly there. So about 5 minutes work, but it's well worth it. It will taste delicious. And then you can put in any filling you want, savoury or sweet. You could put in apples for tarte aux pommes, apple tart. You could put in rhubarb. My mother puts rhubarb, frozen rhubarb, straight onto the pastry, and then some sugar on top of it. It's delicious. Or you could put in savoury fillings. So quiche Lorraine, you know, with the eggs that I'm going to do today, with the eggs and bacon and a little bit of cheese and milk, obviously, is delicious. But you could also, what I love doing is a quiche with salmon in it. So tinned salmon. It doesn't have to be fresh. You could use cooked salmon if you want, but tinned salmon works really well with it. And you put it along with eggs and milk or cream. Sometimes I use soya cream, which is lighter. And your tinned salmon, salt and pepper, and a little bit of grated cheese if you like cheese. Right, I think we're done. I'm happy with this. Just checking, it's the same everywhere. A little more here. On this side. So as you can see, I'm making sure it comes up to the side, but I'm making sure as well that it's nice and smooth and even, and there's no cracks mainly. So if there's a crack like this here, what you do is you put it back together with your fingers, if you can see, and then push it in. Because there's a lot of butter in this pastry, half butter, half flour. Sorry, half butter to the amount of flour. And what you do is you can fill it in easily again. Okay, I think it's looking well. Ready to, so it's going to be baked in the oven for 10 minutes while I'm making my filling. Okay, that's going to help the pastry start cooking. Okay, so 10 minutes at 180 degrees.